I just want to see like Saquon as good as his rookie year once more, because like he
Hmm.
had flashes this year, but like
Yeah.
Saquon rookie year was like up there with like for me the best running back I've ever seen is a prime Jamal Charles.
Well,
Like
yeah.
like
Saquon sunk if he stays with the Giants because Isaiah Hodgins is the second coming of.
he all right, joke all you want, but
no, no, he was killing
he
it.
was on fire in DraftKings like 6 straight weeks, and I kept stacking him and Danny Dimes, bro,
That's
and it
awesome.
was crazy.
That's so awesome. No, he actually no looks like he's gonna be something. Yeah, he could be something in Dayball's system. He's young, playing in the right role in the right system. You just serve his purpose. But in all seriousness, Saquon will be just fine in that team in that role. The better Danny Dimes gets, the more Saquon touchdowns we'll see.
Oh yeah, and
You know.
man, and I mean, what a good story.
Mm-hmm.
What a good story with the Giants, Saquon, Danny Dimes. It like, and they got killed. They got killed in the playoffs, but it's still so kumbaya for them. You know, like I'm happy for them.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome story. I mean, gotta love what Dayball did and the way the team rallied around him, and he created, you know, a real atmosphere there. So
And
good for them.
and let's call a spade, man. Daniel Dimes was slinging it down the stretch. He was slinging
Yeah,
it.
gotta give him credit where it's due.
Mm-hmm.
He had a good run there at the end, and he deserves whatever contract he gets.
He
Same with Saquon.
that those last couple weeks made Danny Dimes tens of millions of dollars.
A lot.
Oh man,
He, he'll probably get he'll probably get close to 30 million a year.
yeah. I saw four for 110, I think, or 115 was like the guess that they were giving, which would be like what 27 some per year.
Yeah, makes
Crazy,
sense. Yeah,
but well deserved. Anyways, do you want to move on to tight ends?
yeah. Let's talk about this dude, Mayer, man. What?
I mean,
Please tell me what you think.
so Notre Dame tight ends, like it's really weird. Like it was like Kentucky point guards, because I remember like Avinash
Mm-hmm.
was like saying a stat about Tyrese Halliburton, or no, Tyrese Maxey, and he was like, he's bound to be good because he's a Kentucky point guard. De'Aaron Fox, John Wall. I was like, okay, and like it's almost at this point for like Notre Dame tight ends, like they've had Tyler Eifert, Kyler Rudolph, like they
It goes on.
yeah,
Yeah.
and this is just the next kid up. He was the leading receiver for a surprisingly decent Notre Dame team. They're usually perpetually overrated, but I think they won their bowl game, so good for them.
Mm-hmm.
He was clearly their best player. He's gonna test out as a good athlete, and he's the best tight end in this class. But I'm not gonna have any of him because I feel like he's gonna be pushed up, um, a lot because he is the one tight end that is gonna get draft capital. So and I don't draft tight ends that early in rookie drafts. So that's my stance. He's probably like gonna be the consensus best tight end once draft capital is like involved in everything, and they're like, okay, like he's a stud. But I'm just out on rookie tight ends as a whole, as we've seen with Kyle
Mm.
Pitts and a lot of others. It just doesn't. They always depreciate before they appreciate. So I
Right.
might have a Michael Mayer share in 5 years, when I buy low on him after he underperforms. But until then, um, I'm gonna stick with a couple of guys that we're gonna talk about later. Um,
Yeah. High high capital tight ends are a luxury. You know. So that if you're making that pick, one, it's a luxury pick. Two, it's something that you're in for the long haul. Like Pitts, like if I drafted him, there's no way I would have traded him by now because I would have been waiting for him to at least be 26, 27 before I even have an idea of what he's going to be as a player.
mm-hmm.
You know, that's just the arc for tight end's career is built that way.
It's and like it's just like they're always gonna go down before they go up. Like
Mm-hmm.
every time. Like We haven't seen a rookie tight end come out and kill it and boost his stock in years. And like the ones that do are the ones that are drafted later and have no stock to begin with, like Greg Dulcich that just comes out of nowhere, makes a name for himself. So yeah, I don't know. That's Mayer. I think what's his name? Dalton Sinclair. I don't have it in front of me right now, but he's a baller. He might be the best receiving tight end in this class straight up. I know he had a really good PFF grade, and he's gonna get some draft capital. He's fast. But my personal favorite is Luke Musgrave out of Oregon State. We didn't see a lot of him this year. I believe he only played like 2 or 3 games. That could be wrong, but I believe he only had a short season. But this kid can fly. Super athlete. He's like a really big receiver, and I could see him getting very optimistically back in first round draft capital. I mean, we're more likely looking at like day 2, which would lower his cost, and I would have more of him. But best case scenario, I could see him going to one of these like really good teams at that like back end of the first round, because if he is like healthy and like good to go for the combine, he's gonna blow it up, I think.
Really?
And we know that athletes at tight end are like gold. So that's my guy at this point in the process, I'd say.
But again, you're gonna be, when you buy him, even at the discount, it's something you're waiting on, and and it's a long-term project, right?
Mm-hmm.
There is no tight end that is productive year 1. I mean, we've had rare instances, but it's Evan Ingram fell into that role because of other injuries around him, and Pitts still hasn't realized his potential and is not getting fed the ball the way that he could be. So again, you're waiting. That's the point. So
yeah, and I mean, we could talk about Kyle Pitts ad nauseum and Drake London and that dynamic and what's going on, but
wait till they have a quarterback in place, whether through the draft or through free agency, then we can have a real conversation about him.
Yeah.
But I wanted to touch. I don't know anything about these other tight ends besides Mayer. He's the only one I've been able to watch.
Okay.
So I think that what we should do though is start doing a couple like deep dives into each player, and we can do some in-depth analysis on players, starting with these tight ends, and then we'll go back up the way and really talk about what these guys are good at and what they're not good at.
I like that because I think like I've articulated this